Have you ever used flex tape or gorilla tape or had bumper stickers that just wouldn't come off and you wanted to get them off? What about graffiti? Have you ever tried getting that off? Today we're going to look at a product that says it can get rid of all of that. It's actually made by Flex Seal, and this is Flex Tape Remover. You heard that correct. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's see if this Flex Tape Remover really does all that it says it can. So I thought this was nostalgic. This bucket was actually from my very first Flex product review video where I put some Flex tape. I've got some Gorilla tape. So what we're going to do, this has been on there for almost a year. So we're going to see if we can get it off, and then if this Flex Tape Remover will really help us out. You know what I thought was interesting? So this right here is the inside of the Flex tape, and it is completely dry. Where this is the inside of the Gorilla tape, and it's still sticky after like a year of being out exposed. That's pretty sweet. All right, so first things first, the directions do tell us you must wear gloves and eye protection. I have my gloves and I have my eye protection. We're also supposed to be in a well-ventilated area. I'm outside. All right, so let's try to remove this first just on its own. Remember, the white one here is the Flex tape. So it's really on there. All right. Yeah, it's stuck, right? So what I'm supposed to do, and the reason why I started this way, is you're supposed to peel out some with the pliers or a set of pliers, and then I'm going to be spraying inside here right on the adhesive. All right, let's do this. I've shaken my can of Flex Tape Remover. I'm starting off my corner here. It's really tough to get off. All right, let's try some of this remover right here on the adhesive. All right, let's see. It stinks. I don't really know if it's any easier. I'm going to keep working at it. You know what? I guess it is peeling off, as I guess the remover's permeating the surface. So I'm just going to keep spraying as I go. I want to show you a little different angle. I've actually been getting good at it. Now, that being said, it does use a lot of product. So what I do is I do grab it right here with my pliers. And as I start just pulling gently, I spray a little bit on this end. It sort of like goes down, and then it, releases the glue a little. Spray a little more. Goes down, releases the glue. So I do believe after a while, I will have this tape off. So I've been working on this patch on this bucket right here for about 30 minutes. It takes a long time. I've actually gotten to the point where I'm not using the pliers. I'm actually using my hand with my gloves and just pulling down on the tape. So what I do is I make sure I have the Flex Tape Remover ready. I spray it along the line, pull it down, let it go as far as it will, do it again, and keep rolling. It is coming off, but it does take a lot of effort and a lot of time. Oh, this is it. Moment of truth. It's off. Woohoo! All right, so now that we have our tape gone and it's off, I want to see if I can take off this residue. Let's do that. Directions tell us, spray this on there. I think it says let it sit 10 seconds and then wipe it off. I wasn't counting. I think that was about 10 seconds. So it does say repeat as necessary. So I'm going to repeat it, and I'll come back and let you know how many times it took for me to get this residue off. So I will say it is pretty difficult to take this stuff off. Some spots I've actually used the chisel just to get off the thick pieces, and it's worked okay. Other spots I've used my washcloth in like a circular motion just to get the bulk of the glue off. I will say I've noticed that either the bucket or the paint, but this is looking blue. I guess there's a little white in there. It's coming off, so whatever's in here, be careful spraying it on different surfaces. I still want to get this smooth because, to be honest with you, I want to put a piece of tape over here again because I do use this bucket. For the most part, the glue is off. There's still some residue here. I did use the scraper, like I said, or the chisel, and it scraped the plastic. So that's definitely not something I'd want to do on something I wanted to keep. I'm going to let this sit and dry for a while. And I do want to put a piece of tape on. I'm not going to show that on video. But I was wondering if I put a piece of tape over top the stuff I was just cleaning off, will that just make the tape come off? Anyway, so let me go now try to take a bumper sticker off of a window that I've wanted off for a very long time. So I went to a festival years ago and I took this camper and they put this sticker on here as like my parking permit, and I guess the sun baked it on and I just can't get it off. So I am going to try the flex tape remover, because they call it a general adhesive remover, to see if maybe it'll help me with this situation. I am going to be very careful though, because this is a window and, well, I don't want to scratch it. So I'm going to get it into all these little cracks. I'm going to let it sit for about 10-15 seconds and see if I can scrape it off or get it off at all. All right, so in an effort to try to get this off, I've already sprayed it once. I'm going to spray it again though. And I actually got like a little razor blade out of a utility knife, because that probably won't scrape the window like my chisel would. But I'm just going to try to go slow and see if I can just take this stuff off a little bit at a time. So it appears to be working, and here's my method. I have my scraper here ready to go. I've got my flex tape remover. I spray, I chisel, chisel, chisel. It breaks up a little. I spray, I chisel, chisel, chisel. See how it's just taking it up just a little bit at a time. And to be honest with you, I'm okay with that, because I've tried scraping this off before and it just was not interested in coming off. And this looks to me like it will. I also like it when the bigger pieces come off instead of all these little tiny pieces. But I take whatever I can get. I'm going to bring you back when I finished taking the star off. All right, so 20 minutes later, a lot of the flex tape remover and a little bit of elbow grease, and this window sticker is finally gone. So, tell me, have you ever used anything like the flex tape remover before? Have you had those annoying stickers or tapes that you just could not get that stuff off? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Now, we've tried taking off the flex tape, and it took a while, but it worked. We've tried taking off a sticker off of a window, and it worked. Let's see what we could do with some graffiti. We got tagged by the Smile Bandits. They painted a smiley face on this little brick. Let's see if we can get this graffiti off with our flex tape remover. Well, you know what? My rag is turning black. Let's do some more. Okay, I like it so far. Well, you see that? Just push it away. I think if I keep doing this, like I can still see it, but if I keep doing this, I definitely believe it'll get lighter and lighter. I'm going to leave the smile part, and I'm going to treat this a few more times just to see the difference. In this video, we were taking a look at Flex Tape Remover. It's the newest product from the Flex Seal family. So this whole thing was, it just will remove heavy-duty adhesives and glues and stickers and whatnot. So I should say first, I purchased this directly from their website, and I bought 2 cans, either 5 ounce each, and I spent around $15. That included shipping to my door. They have a larger can, and I think maybe it was like 12 ounces, except they were all sold out, so I had to go with what they had. Shipping was pretty quick. I think I got it in less than a week. I will say, when I look at a product, I always say, does it work? And in the end, yes, it does work. Now, that being said, was it timely? Not at all. It took forever. And to be honest with you, I think I ruined a pair of gloves, but that's not necessarily the remover's fault. That's more mine for using my gloves to peel the tape off instead of using the wrench like they recommended. But it took me about 30 minutes to peel a very small piece of tape off and another 30 minutes to really scrub off the other residue. So that's an hour of time I took to clean off that with this product. So my fear is I had to use a lot of it, right? And I don't really want to be spending $8 every time I need to take off a piece of tape. So that's just something you have to consider. Was I super thrilled to get that star bumper sticker off the window? Absolutely. It's been on there for about 8 years, baked down by the sun. I've tried lots of things to get it off, and this stuff did a great job of doing it. Also, the graffiti. Isn't that interesting? It took off the graffiti. Anyway, that was my review of the Flex Tape Remover. Remember, I purchased it directly from their website, but if it ever pops up on Amazon, and I'm sure it will, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I wanted you to see this, okay? So you know I did not try to clean off this part, right? I only did the 2 eyes and the nose. Well, I rinsed it off afterward, and it just looks to me like it tried, or at least maybe it ate the stone. I think that's very interesting. I mean, either that or these are the only really clean spots on this, and the rest is just dirty. But that, to me, looks like it ate it, because I sprayed the whole thing, and just the spots where the paint were, it came up to be a really, really clean or just a different look. I think it's pretty interesting. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Flex Tape Remover. I should have mentioned this earlier in the video, and I did allude to it a bit. You definitely need to use this product in a well-ventilated area. I happen to use it outside, and that was pretty smart because it stinks. Smells like spray paint. You just don't want to have that stuff around you breathing those fumes. Also, make sure you wear your personal protective equipment, because at one point I was using it and it was windy and it sprayed back and it could have gotten my eyes, but it got on my glasses. So make sure you do that. During this video, you remember that bucket? That bucket was from my very first Flex product review when I tested out their Flex tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to link up that review right up here, and I would love it if you would check on this review. And by the magic of the internet, when you click right here, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.